The preposition in plus place, used to indicate location inside something. Example, the cat is in the box. In plus time, used to indicate a period of time. Example, I was born in 1990. In plus material, used to indicate something is a part of something else. Example, there is sugar in tea. What's in your bag?
What's in your bag?
There's a book, a wallet, and a phone in my bag.
There's a book, a wallet, and a phone in my bag.
Are you interested in playing sports?
Are you interested in playing sports?
Yes, I'm interested in playing basketball.
Yes, I'm interested in playing basketball.
Can you participate in the meeting tomorrow?
Can you participate in the meeting tomorrow?
Yes, I can make it.
Yes, I can make it.
What are you interested in?
What are you interested in?
I'm interested in learning new languages.
I'm interested in learning new languages.
What do you like to do in the summer?
What do you like to do in the summer?
I like to go swimming in the summer.
I like to go swimming in the summer.
What do you usually do in your free time?
What do you usually do in your free time?
I usually read books in my free time.
I usually read books in my free time.
What's in the news today?
What's in the news today?
There's a big story in the news about the new president.
There's a big story in the news about the new president.
What's in your mind?
What's in your mind?
I'm thinking about my next vacation.
I'm thinking about my next vacation.
What's in your plans for the weekend?
What's in your plans for the weekend?
I'm planning to go hiking in the mountains.
I'm planning to go hiking in the mountains.
What's the advantage of living in a big city?
What's the advantage of living in a big city?
There are more opportunity and things to do in a big city.
There are more opportunities and things to do in a big city.
What's your favorite book in the series?
What's your favorite book in the series?
My favorite book in the series is the third one.
My favorite book in the series is the third one.
What's your favorite city in the world?
What's your favorite city in the world?
My favorite city in the world is Paris.
My favorite city in the world is Paris.
What's your favorite season in a year?
What's your favorite season in a year?
My favorite season in a year is autumn.
My favorite season in a year is autumn.
When did you start working in this company?
When did you start working in this company?
I started working in this company 2 years ago.
I started working in this company 2 years ago.
When do you usually have breakfast in the morning?
When do you usually have breakfast in the morning?
I usually have breakfast at 7 a.m.
I usually have breakfast at 7 a.m.
Where are you going in the summer?
Where are you going in the summer?
I'm going to travel in Europe.
I'm going to travel in Europe.
Where do you go to school?
Where do you go to school?
I go to school in the city center.
I go to school in the city center.
Where do you like to relax in your house?
Where do you like to relax in your house?
I like to relax in my bedroom.
I like to relax in my bedroom.
Where were you in 2010?
Where were you in 2010?
I was in Canada in 2010.
I was in Canada in 2010.
Who is the tallest person in your family?
Who is the tallest person in your family?
My dad is the tallest person in my family.
My dad is the tallest person in my family.
The preposition on plus surface, used to indicate a position on a surface. Example, the book is on the table. On plus day, used to specify a particular day. Example, my birthday is on the 15th of May. On plus date, used to specify a date. Example, the meeting is on Monday. On plus transportation, used to indicate a mode of transportation. Example, I'm going to work on the bus. What day is Christmas on?
What day is Christmas on?
Christmas is on the 25th of December.
Christmas is on the 25th of December.
What day is your birthday on?
What day is your birthday on?
My birthday is on the 15th of May.
My birthday is on the 15th of May.
What do you have for breakfast on Mondays?
What do you have for breakfast on Mondays?
I usually have eggs and toast on Mondays.
I usually have eggs and toast on Mondays.
What do you usually do on New Year's Eve?
What do you usually do on New Year's Eve?
I usually go to a party on New Year's Eve.
I usually go to a party on New Year's Eve.
What do you usually do on Valentine's Day?
What do you usually do on Valentine's Day?
I usually go out to dinner with my partner on Valentine's Day.
I usually go out to dinner with my partner on Valentine's Day.
What do you usually do on weekends?
What do you usually do on weekends?
I usually go to the park on weekends.
I usually go to the park on weekends.
What do you usually do on your birthday?
What do you usually do on your birthday?
I usually have a party on my birthday.
I usually have a party on my birthday.
What do you usually do on your day off?
What do you usually do on your day off?
I usually relax at home on my day off.
I usually relax at home on my day off.
What do you usually do on your vacation?
What do you usually do on your vacation?
I usually go to the beach on my vacation.
I usually go to the beach on my vacation.
What do you usually have for dinner on Sundays?
What do you usually have for dinner on Sundays?
I usually have pizza on Sundays.
I usually have pizza on Sundays.
What do you usually wear on a formal occasion?
What do you usually wear on a formal occasion?
I usually wear a suit and tie on a formal occasion.
I usually wear a suit and tie on a formal occasion.
What do you usually wear on a hot day?
What do you usually wear on a hot day?
I usually wear shorts and a t-shirt on a hot day.
I usually wear shorts and a t-shirt on a hot day.
The preposition at plus specific time, used to indicate a specific point in time. Example: the movie starts at 7 p.m. At plus place, used to indicate a specific location, often a point rather than an area. Example: I like to study at the library. At plus events or actions, used to indicate being present at an event or action. Example: she is good at playing the piano. What time do you usually go to bed on weekdays?
What time do you usually go to bed on weekdays?
I usually go to bed at 10 p.m. on weekdays.
I usually go to bed at 10 p.m. on weekdays.
What time do you usually have lunch on weekdays?
What time do you usually have lunch on weekdays?
I usually have lunch at 12 p.m. on weekdays.
I usually have lunch at 12 p.m. on weekdays.
What time does the movie start on Saturday?
What time does the movie start on Saturday?
The movie starts at 7 p.m. on Saturday.
The movie starts at 7 p.m. on Saturday.
What time does the train leave on Monday?
What time does the train leave on Monday?
The train leaves at 9 a.m. on Monday.
The train leaves at 9 a.m. on Monday.
What time does your class start on Tuesdays?
What time does your class start on Tuesdays?
My class starts at 8 a.m. on Tuesdays.
My class starts at 8 a.m. on Tuesdays.
What time do you usually arrive at work?
What time do you usually arrive at work?
I usually arrive at work at 8 a.m.
I usually arrive at work at 8 a.m.
What time do you usually go to bed at night?
What time do you usually go to bed at night?
I usually go to bed at 11 p.m.
I usually go to bed at 11 p.m.
What time do you usually have lunch at?
What time do you usually have lunch at?
I usually have lunch at 12 p.m.
I usually have lunch at 12 p.m.
What time do you usually wake up at on weekends?
What time do you usually wake up at on weekends?
I usually wake up at 9 a.m. on weekends.
I usually wake up at 9 a.m. on weekends.
What time does the movie start at?
What time does the movie start at?
The movie starts at 7 p.m.
The movie starts at 7 p.m.
What time does the train arrive at the station?
What time does the train arrive at the station?
The train arrives at the station at 10 a.m.
The train arrives at the station at 10 a.m.
Where do you like to study at?
Where do you like to study at?
I like to study at the library.
I like to study at the library.
Where do you live at the moment?
Where do you live at the moment?
I live at a small apartment downtown.
I live at a small apartment downtown.
Where do you meet your friends for coffee at?
Where do you meet your friends for coffee at?
We usually meet at a cafe near the park.
We usually meet at a cafe near the park.
Where do you study at?
Where do you study at?
I study at the university.
I study at the university.
Where do you usually eat dinner at?
Where do you usually eat dinner at?
I usually eat dinner at home.
I usually eat dinner at home.
Where do you usually have your meetings at?
Where do you usually have your meetings at?
We usually have our meetings at the conference room.
We usually have our meetings at the conference room.
Where do you work at?
Where do you work at?
I work at a software company.
I work at a software company.
The preposition about plus topic, used to express a subject or theme. Example: I'm reading a book about dinosaurs. About plus activity, used to express a general idea or purpose. Example: what are you talking about? About plus quantity or amount, used to express an approximate number or amount. Example: there are about 15 people here. Are you excited about the weekend?
Are you excited about the weekend?
Yes, I'm excited about going to the beach.
Yes, I'm excited about going to the beach.
Are you happy about your new pet?
Are you happy about your new pet?
Yes, I'm very happy.
Yes, I'm very happy.
Are you nervous about your speech?
Are you nervous about your speech?
A little, but I'm trying to relax.
A little, but I'm trying to relax.
Are you worried about the test tomorrow?
Are you worried about the test tomorrow?
A little, but I've studied hard.
A little, but I've studied hard.
Can you tell me more about your favorite book?
Can you tell me more about your favorite book?
It's a fantasy book about a young wizard.
It's a fantasy book about a young wizard.
Can you tell me something about your family?
Can you tell me something about your family?
My family loves to travel together.
My family loves to travel together.
Have you heard about the new coffee shop downtown?
Have you heard about the new coffee shop downtown?
Yes, I heard it has great coffee.
Yes, I heard it has great coffee.
Have you read any books about space?
Have you read any books about space?
Yes, I've read a few books about planets.
Yes, I've read a few books about planets.
What are you curious about the world?
What are you curious about the world?
I'm curious about different cultures.
I'm curious about different cultures.
What are you excited about for the summer?
What are you excited about for the summer?
I'm excited about going to the beach.
I'm excited about going to the beach.
What are you talking about with your friends?
What are you talking about with your friends?
We're talking about our plans for the weekend.
We're talking about our plans for the weekend.
What do you feel about the weather today?
What do you feel about the weather today?
It's too hot today.
It's too hot today.
What do you know about dinosaurs?
What do you know about dinosaurs?
I know they were very big and lived a long time ago.
I know they were very big and lived a long time ago.
What do you think about this new game?
What do you think about this new game?
I think it's really fun.
I think it's really fun.